Well, for the three of you that are still with us, Debbie, Nicole, and Robin, good evening. Happy Tuesday. As you heard, Laura will not be staying with us because she's not feeling well. And we are expecting more people. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump off of I cannot, Nicole, I can't hear anyone talking in the background. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to mute. Once we start, I'm going to mute everyone else's mic but my own. Um, so we're gonna give it about 5 more minutes. That's fine, Nicole. So we're gonna give it 5 more minutes before we get started. So I'm going to mute my mic. So, good evening to everyone who did not hear my first message. It is right at 6 o'clock. Hopefully we definitely have more people. So hello to everyone who has joined us in the last 4 to 5 minutes. I am your instructor for this evening, Toya Wilson, and I'm the founder and CMO of Next Generation Digital Marketing Incorporated, or Agency Incorporated, I should say. And as people come in, I want to just welcome you to Video Marketing for the Introverted. Now, of course, you don't have to be introverted exclusively to attend tonight's workshop. But if you don't want to show your face on camera every single video, or you're not too fond of your voice, or you just want to know all of the ways that you can create video because you know that it's important and essential to successfully marketing your brand or your product-based business, then you are in the right place. As always, I invite you to put your questions in the chat, but I also am asking this evening as well, before you say hello, let me know if you have a question about video marketing. Even if you don't have a question, let me know if you have been doing some videos for your business or not. And you can either say, oh, excuse me, my allergies have been bothering me all day today. But you can say yes for you have been doing some videos, or no, you have not been doing some videos. I just want to take a pulse or temperature of the room. So what's our agenda for today, right? What are going to be our key takeaways? We're going to talk about the latest video statistics because I want to share with you the business case, right, for video marketing and why it's so important. I have a sneaky suspicion that you believe that video marketing is important, and that's why you're here today. But I really want to compel you to get started this week if possible, right? Then we're going to walk through how to incorporate video into your marketing plan, even if you're on a very small budget. And I'm going to wrap up with not only actual case studies of brands that are doing video without ever showing a person on camera, but I'm going to give you 6 different strategies on how to create videos without ever showing your face, and one without ever showing your actual voice, right? So for those of you who don't want your voice to be heard, or you want to edit it or modify it, there is an AI tool for that. And then if you have any questions about AI, you can let me know about that as well. So let's go to the chat. It looks like Madeline had seen no videos yet. Jennifer says no. Chris is saying no as well. Nicole says, I have not, but would like to. I see other videos, but don't know how to create them. Nicole, you're definitely in the right place. Debbie says, I've not used video marketing, but want to learn. It terrifies me. Debbie, you are for sure in the right place. And I'm going to actually give you all some of my own personal case studies because I used to actually be nervous about creating video. I don't like my voice. I'm not a huge fan of that. I always felt like it took too much to get camera ready. So I shied away from video for a long time. I'm going to tell you my favorite strategy when we get to that section in just a little while, and how many views I've been able to rack up on those videos. So Cassandra says, excuse me, a tad. So Cassandra, I seem to think you're experimenting with it a little bit. Thank you so much, Nicole. I appreciate that. So let's get started because I have a little quiz. It's not for a prize. It's just for a virtual high five or a that a girl or that a guy. But I do want to see how much we all know about video and the statistics behind it, right? So let's take a little quiz, shall we? So the first question, and if you can just put the letter in the chat, that would be great. And This question gets to an older statistic. We don't really have numbers just yet for 2023 because we're, still in the midst of it. But this question says by 2022, online videos will make up more than blank of all consumer internet traffic, 15 times higher than it was in 2017, according to Cisco 2020. Is it A, 70%? Is it B, 82%? Is it C, 95%? Or is it D, 64%? What do you all say? And I see the chat is lighting up. It looks like someone says 95%. We have a couple of 82%. We have a 95%. So you all know how important video is, right? And how popular it's become. If you said B as in boy, 82%, you are absolutely correct. Now, let me put it in context, right? Say, yay, Nicole, virtual high five. I'll give you a virtual 10, high 10. But people are still reading blogs. I read an article on medium.com every day, every morning, not a video. It's a blog, it's an article. So people are still reading articles, and that's why it's at 82%. But I also typically watch videos. If you can combine, and now with AI, it's easier than ever. If you can combine blog or article content with a video, it is amazing. So let me know in the chat if you want to hear about my number one strategy on how you can do that without even creating the content yourself. Let me know in the chat if you want me to share with you a strategy. LaKoya says, I want to hear about it. Yes, LaKoya. Chris says, yes. Rose says, yes. And it's something that, let me just tell you where the strategy came out from. And Nicole says, yes, please, love your strategies. Thank you so much, Nicole. It came from Oprah. Oprah does this all the time, whether we recognize it or not. What Oprah does is that she brings experts to her audience. So she's built this audience, this amazing audience. And what she does is she then brings the expert to the audience, right? You're going to do the same thing with your commentary on somebody else's video. And I'm going to show you how to do just that. It is for sure a game changer. Okay, but let's get through the quiz first. Question number 2. How many consumers watch videos with the sound off? And the reason why I'm asking you this question is to get at another point. When you create your videos, it's imperative most of the time now that you put some captions with your video, because so many consumers watch videos with the sound off because they may be at work or they may be standing in line. And because of that, you don't want them to miss some of the things that you're saying. Is it A, 55%? Is it B, 92%? Is it C, 79%? Or is it D, 85%? Again, we have a mix. It looks like most people are saying 55%. A couple of you are saying 79%. A couple of you said 85%. Okay, the answer is actually C, 79%. It's about 80%. And let me be very specific. It was kind of a gotcha question. Most people, 79% of people will start watching a video with the sound turned down or off. And then they will, about half of them, half of that 79% will pump the video sound up if it interests them enough. They'll put on their iPod, like earbuds, they'll put on the headphones, they'll do something, they'll go into a place where they can turn up the volume a little bit. So they will start watching with the volume off, most of people. And then if the video continues to keep their attention, they will turn the volume up. Let's move on to quiz question number 3. And everybody should know this one, but what is the most popular social network among marketers? That is the key piece among marketers, not the general public, to share and watch videos. Is it A, TikTok? Is it B, YouTube? Is it C, Instagram? Or D, Facebook? Okay, the chat now is just starting to light up. So you all started to think about it. That's good. And we have a mix again. It looks like the first couple of you said YouTube, few of you said YouTube, Facebook. Looks like YouTube is the majority among those of you that have responded. And yes, you're right. Another virtual high five to those of you that said YouTube. YouTube is the marketer's choice for sharing and watching videos. And the reason is because YouTube is owned by Google, number one. And Google has what? It has search engine optimization built in. So if you are sharing your videos on YouTube, you bet your bottom dollar is going to show up somewhere on Google if you've optimized it correctly. And that's the reason why most marketers use YouTube and not TikTok, Instagram, or Facebook. It's like free traffic, right? It's connecting with your audience for free. So quiz question number 4 and our very final question of the night is, what is the favorite channel for consuming video content? According to Statista 2020. Is it A, is it Facebook? Is it YouTube? Is it TikTok? Or is it D, webinar? And you all know what was happening in 2020, right? We were in the midst of something not so nice. So okay, I see a few of you saying it, Jennifer, Clarissa. So Jennifer and Clarissa, y'all have it at TikTok. TikTok is the new favorite channel for consuming video content. It's among the public, right? It's still holding, as of 2022, it was still holding that space. It narrowly edged out YouTube. It was like it's a really narrow percentage, but it was still holding that space as of 2022. And the reason why is because many people in their younger years, millennials, are watching TikTok. So most millennials are watching TikTok. Most people are going to YouTube for education, trying to get questions answered or get advice. They're watching it for educational content, but now kids are watching YouTube as well, YouTube channels for entertainment. But a lot of those same kids and a lot of millennials, and now some people in the older demographic, that 40 to 60 plus and older range, have gone over to TikTok. I knew that TikTok was a thing when one of my girlfriends, who is 63, was on it every day. That's how I knew it had become a thing. I would call her and be like, what are you doing? I'm watching TikTok. I'm like, wait, what? That's how I knew that it was hitting mainstream. So if you said TikTok, you are absolutely correct. So let's talk about more video marketing statistics for a moment. The first one that I want to share with you beyond our quiz is that 55% of people will watch a video to the end. Now let's contrast that with how difficult it is now to get people to watch your ads on Facebook or Instagram, or even engage with your article on LinkedIn. If you know that people are watching 60% of a video on YouTube, is it better to be on YouTube or spend the majority of your time marketing on YouTube or marketing on Facebook? I will let you answer that for yourself. But for me, YouTube is now, in terms of ads, less expensive. They convert more or better, and people organically watch more content and content to its entirety in YouTube. To me, that would suggest that if I was a business owner, Rose, yes, I totally agree with you. If I was a business owner and as a marketer and a marketing consultant, I often tell my clients, you have to, it's imperative that you have a video marketing strategy. And I've been saying this for the last 4 years, right? I didn't say it starting in 2020 or 2021. I've been saying it for the last 4 years. When I was teaching classes at Brunswick Community College and Cape Fear Community College in Wilmington, we were doing video marketing classes with our smartphones, just little face to camera videos or little screen capture videos that people could put out on YouTube to market their brand and help with discoverability. Statistic number 2 is that over 40% of people want to see more video content. Like there's not enough. Every 5 minutes, people, or I should say 2 minutes, people are uploading another 100 videos to YouTube. And people are saying that there's still not enough video content out there. They would rather watch content than read it. And our final marketing statistic is that 50% of customers prefer video when they're doing research on a product or service before visiting a store or purchasing a product online. So about half of consumers say that video has helped them grow their revenues, right? Or I'm sorry, not half of consumers, half of businesses say that video has helped them grow revenues within 3 to 6 months. Now, you might be saying, what kind of videos, Toya, as a small business owner, could I create? And we'll get into this in detail. But there are 3 videos that I always tell everybody that they should have on their website, right? And floating around in internet space. Number 1, you've got to have a founder video. A founder video where it's a video that you just tell people why you created what you've created, what inspired it, right? What inspired it? For me, I have a video telling people that, and it's 2 minutes or less, I was tired and frustrated and fed up with hearing small business and medium-sized business owners spending thousands of dollars for marketing services that they didn't even understand, let alone thought they needed. So I wanted to create a marketing agency where we use easy to understand language to communicate exactly what you needed and taught you how to create it if we should ever part ways. And I turned on my camera and said that. The second kind of video is you need to showcase your products and services, especially if you're creating something that has a visual component to it, like jewelry, if you're a hairstylist, if you're selling clothing, things like that do really well in the video space. But even if you're an accountant and you want to talk about strategies that business owners can employ during tax time, you can do that on video without ever showing your face. So that's your second kind of video. Show us a product or service. The third type of video is UGC. And if you've never heard of the acronym UGC, it's called user generated content. User generated content. The most common form of user generated content is called customer testimonials. Amazon has made this super famous. We love to read testimonials, and there's nothing more impactful than with a testimonial than seeing someone say it in their own words. And that's what video can do for you. Does anybody have any questions on statistics? Did any of the statistics surprise you? Let me know in the chat. So again, let's talk in detail about the types of video content that you can create and share, right? We talked about creating a video about how your company was founded, or if you're a solopreneur, why you started your business, right? I had a client some years ago in Southport, North Carolina. It's called Mama's Handmade Skincare, right? She made all of her creams and lotions for sunburns, for rashes on pets, for eczema and psoriasis from all natural, all organic ingredients. And one of her most popular videos to date that she shared on Facebook was why she started her business. And she told us that her partner actually suffered from eczema, severe eczema, and she wanted to do something to kind of relieve her suffering. And so she created a cream and it worked so well. Other people started asking for the recipes. And her partner said, hey, you should create this and sell it. And that's what she started doing at farmers markets all over, Eastern North Carolina. That one video helped to attract new customers because they saw her talking about, her reason why, I call it. So another type of video that you would want to create and share, again, are product or service explanations, right? So what's unique about your products? What does it do differently? Why do you charge more for it? I have a client now, they're called Picky Eaters, and they create food picks for kids to hopefully inspire them to eat more fruits and vegetables because it adds an element of play to mealtime. And one of the things that happens is that their price is a little bit higher than what you can find on Amazon and Etsy, but they also have really good quality. So they're bigger than the average food pig. It's almost near impossible to break or destroy. They're dishwasher safe. They're BPA free. They've been certified by the government in terms of chemical free. So there's so many things, but they needed to create videos on all of those reasons so people could understand exactly what made their product different. So you can make a series of videos about what makes your product different. Why do people need to fall in love with it? Why do they need to tell people? And instead of answering it, right, with text, you can answer it with a video. Now, one of my other favorite strategies to inspire owners or founders who aren't sure of what to make their videos about is, hey, listen to, I'm sorry, I wasn't ready to quite share yet, or move past yet. So you should want to answer frequently asked questions for your clients. So anytime you have the same question popping up over and over again, right? Maybe 4 or 5 customers have asked you the same thing over and over again. And you're like, oh my God, I keep answering the same question. Then it is time to make a video about it. If you haven't made a video about it, right, then it is time to make a video about it. Or especially if you're getting that same question multiple times. So I often tell clients who are struggling with what they can create video about is write down 5 frequently asked questions that you get in your business. What are those questions? And just answer them with a video. It doesn't have to be a Hollywood inspired trailer. You don't have to add transitions and B-roll. It can be face to camera, or it can be a screen capture video like you'll see a little later when I show you a couple of my videos. I didn't used to show my face on camera at all. I would just do screen capture videos, right? And those screen capture videos, at first one got 60,000 views and I was shocked. I was like, the video was horrible. I created it for one person, for one client. And then another video got 70,000 views. I created that video again for one client, right? And it was just a screen capture video on step-by-step how to do something. So you don't have to show your face on camera if you don't want to answer those frequently asked questions. So another type of video that you can share though is a sneak peek or something behind the scenes. So if you're getting ready for an event or a launch, you can literally give people without ever showing your face um, a walkthrough. I have another client from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and they are event designers. So they decorate and set up for weddings and baby showers and birthday parties. And they don't ever show their face, but they show you their decor before the event happens. If that's your business, right? That's a really good way of showing exactly what you can do. That's a really good way of showing the centerpieces that you rent out. That's a really good way of showing your tablecloths that you have for sale, right? So the last one is social engagement. People, when they see you on video, feel like they know you. I should know. I have a 13-year-old. The people that she sees in videos, especially that she watches on YouTube, she feels like they're somehow friends, like they're connected. I'm like, wait, but you've never met them. But I feel like I know them, but you've never met them, right? And so we go back and forth in this conversation. But because you are hearing their voice, because you're seeing their facial expressions, because you're seeing and hearing the cadence, right, of how they're speaking and the passion of what they're talking about, you feel like you get to know them. And so that it creates some type of connection. So when you use video for social media, especially when you appear in the video, right? Whether it's face to camera, whether people are just hearing your voice and seeing your hands, because a lot of people who have cooking YouTube channels will do that. It makes people feel like they're connected to you in some way, shape, or form. And that plays very well on multiple social media platforms, including Facebook, including Instagram, as well as YouTube and LinkedIn. So again, if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the chat. I will be checking it periodically before our Q&A session at the end. So if you ever thought about going live, whether it's on Facebook or Instagram or LinkedIn or YouTube, never fear, you don't have to. 87% of videos are pre-recorded. I've gone live 3 times. Absolutely hated it. So you don't have to go live, right? You can pre-record those videos. But if you're looking to create engagement, if you're looking to grow your LinkedIn following, your Instagram following, doing live events is absolutely going to be beneficial. Absolutely, hands down. So if you're okay with going live and you're okay with sitting face to camera, like, you know, I am right now, then please go live. I just paid $97 to attend a 60-minute workshop. I paid $97. Listen to this. I paid $97 to sit in on an hour-long workshop, because that's what we do. We do a lot of research. We do a lot of testing. So, and it was live. So I got a chance to hear the Q&A up front. And a lot of times, if you grow a following and an email list, you can actually charge money for, right, these workshops. So don't think you can't go live as well. So what are some of my favorite video marketing tools, especially as it is designed for introverts? Now, this is also not taking into account most of the AI tools, okay? Because if you've been with me last week or the very first week, because this is week 3 of our webinar series, you would have heard me say, I love ChatGPT. Google Bard is all right. Merlin, which is another AI tool and a Google Chrome extension, is really good too. But there's so many AI tools, like literally there are anywhere between 50 to 100 new AI tools hitting the market every single week. And part of that is because they can use the open source, which is the code for ChatGPT, to create a new tool. In fact, my company is in the process of doing that right now. But here's some of my favorite video marketing tools, right? YouTube Live and YouTube Shorts help rank on Google. So if you know that, hey, if people could just see my product or service in action, 30% of them would buy it or try it or become a lead, then an SEO plan should be top of your priority list when it comes to creating your marketing plans and strategies. And nothing does it better than YouTube videos. Posting a video on YouTube will help rank on Google. Now, Synthesia is a new AI tool that allows you to create and use an avatar of yourself, of anybody you want it to be. And with a couple of other AI tools that we'll talk about a little bit later, you can grab a voice in any accent that you want and have it say a script. Crazy, right? So now you don't even have to be, listen, when I saw this in action some months ago, I was like, wait, what? Seriously? It freaks me out a little bit, but then I saw the practical application of it, especially for those of us that don't want to be on camera. So now you can create a whole YouTube channel with an avatar that resembles you or not, reading the script that you wanted to read. And those tools are not very expensive. So LaKoya says, wow, that's crazy. Yes, it is. It is crazy. I feel like we are living in the time of iRobot with Will Smith. How many of you all saw that movie? I was in the Dominican Republic several years back, and they had just finished creating and opening a state-of-the-art hospital. And we went in just to see it because it looked so amazing and it was open for the public. And they had little miniature robots like with opening that carried files that was going from floor to floor, department to department. Was crazy. It didn't talk, but the fact that it was moving through the hospital was a little interesting, to say the least. So other tools are, let's say you are a writer, you write blog posts, or you're in the process of creating blog posts because you now have used ChatGPT to create blog content or articles. Lumen 5 will take all of the blog posts that you ever created for free. Let me just say that again. It'll take all your blog posts, and I believe it's still free. It used to be free, and transform them into video with images and everything. And then you can choose the music at the press of a button. Again, you don't have to be on camera. Now, Designs.ai is a tool that I recently came across that I liked. It's not free, but it'll help you to create a really nice video, whether it's for a marketing ad or a face-to-camera video with editing, or just a video with images or stock video footage. Another tool is called InVideo.io. It's very similar to Canva, but Canva covers a wide range of image and visual templates. InVideo is just for video. And you can use InVideo from a lot of different templates. And then TubeBuddy helps you identify growth opportunities. So if you don't know what to create videos on, then TubeBuddy will tell you what are the hot or the trending topics in your niche to make videos on, and the hashtags that you should use to help rank them. And then finally, Opus.pro creates video clips from longer YouTube videos into shorter videos that you can use on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. So like think Instagram stories, Facebook stories, TikTok, any kind of vertical video requirement, YouTube shorts as well. So would you all like to see some of these marketing tools in action? If I get 3 yeses in the chat, we'll go ahead and depart from the slides for a minute, excuse me, and use some of these tools. Okay, I see the chat lighting up, and Clarissa says yes. So Clarissa says, of course, yes. Jennifer says yes. Chris says yes. Nicole says yes, please. Cassandra says yes. Malin says yes. Okay, let's do it. Let's stop sharing and let me get some of these tools up. I'm going to show you all Lumen 5 because Lumen 5 is absolutely one of my favorite tools because I feel like everybody can write an article, especially now with AI. So even if you have trouble thinking about topics, even if you have um trouble kind of signing or like thinking about, hey, I'm not sure of what I should write about. AI can tell you that. ChatGPT can tell you that. So one of the things that I want to do is I want to show you how to use ChatGPT first and then think about like all the video topics. And so somebody in the chat tell me, give me your business or niche. Let's start there. Give me your business or niche. And I'm going to use the free version of ChatGPT. I'm just setting up my screen. Give me 1 second. And I'm going to show you how this works. So it doesn't matter who it is. Don't be shy. Someone tell me in the chat, give me a niche. If not, I'm thinking about real estate or okay, Cassandra, mindfulness meditation. And I do meditation. So that is going to be a really cool niche. So I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to go into Chat GPT. My screen is loading. You should see I do have the paid version, right? Which I absolutely love. It's $20 a month, but you can also use ChatGPT 3.5. You can use, if you're a Google Chrome user, you can also use ChatGPT through Merlin as well. Chris says home health operator. Jennifer says Girl Scouts. Malin says home organizing service. Okay, great. Let's do mindfulness meditation first. And I want to give you all an example, and then we'll see if we can get through some of the other suggestions that we have in here. So I'm going to ask ChatGPT to, first of all, I'm going to give it a role. Act as my video marketing consultant. Right? If I was using YouTube specifically, I would say YouTube marketing consultant. But we're going to stay with video marketing consultant. And I'm going to ask it to write a list. And we're going to just do 5 challenges or pain points of people who are beginning, just beginning, or interested in mindfulness, mindful meditation to reduce stress. So I'm not using as specific of a prompt as I normally would because I'm trying to keep it down. Okay, Debbie said book author. Debbie, I will try to work in as well. I normally use very specific prompts because I want my output to be very specific, but for the sake of time, we're going to stay with that. So you see, I'm asking to write a list of 5 challenges or pain points, right? So it's giving us 5, and it's basically saying that I understand that targeting the pain points and challenges is crucial to creating effective marketing content. There are 5 challenges who are just beginning. So we're being very specific. We could have put for people who have been doing mindful meditation for the last 2 years and now want to elevate their practice. We could have done that as well. So number 1 is difficulty finding the right guidance. Many beginners struggle to find reliable and trustworthy sources to guide them through the practice of mindful meditation. And it can be overwhelming. Lack of time, right? Trouble quieting the mind, difficulty establishing a routine, feeling self-conscious or unsure. So let me ask, Cassandra, are some of these like pain points or challenges would you consider that beginners suffer through? Let me make sure that these are some things that may be true.
That's correct. Yes, these are true.
Okay, perfect. So now we're going to take it a step further, and I'm going to show you how you can do this one of 2 ways. Now I'm going to ask it to, based upon the information above, and I'm trying to be polite to ChatGPT, please provide a list of 10 videos for YouTube that would get, we'll say, we won't be greedy, 5,000 views. It's going to say that there's no way that it can tell us that in 60 days. Give us, we'll say, a clickbait title and script outline for each video. And let's see what it gives us. So it's giving us 10 videos that we can do with a general script outline, because what I want you all to think about is whether you're going to be on camera or not, I want you to think about how you would record this video. So the first one is master your mind in 5 minutes, quick meditation techniques for instant stress relief, right? So this one is to introduce the video, acknowledging the time constraints of viewers, because you're trying to build, right, some type of connection. You want to share with them that they're not alone. You also want to demonstrate your expertise, maybe give them a series of 3 or 4 YouTube videos to get them to become a subscriber to your channel, or somehow download a book or contact you for buy your services, or somehow contact you and become a lead. So these are by and large what these videos for beginners are. So really, this could be a face to camera video, but it could very well be a video with stock video footage that just walks through the top 5 strategies to master your mind, right? Number 2, and we're not going to go through all 10, but meditation for busy people, how to find time for mindfulness in your hectic schedule, conquer your racing thoughts, forming healthy habits, how to establish a consistent meditation routine. I think that these are not amazing, but I definitely think that these are good and provide us with a starting point. Cassandra, do you agree with that?
Yes, I do agree. It is a great starting point.
Okay, good. So what we're doing, we have a script. So we could take this script and we outline, and we could ask it for a whole script. It would do that, right? Write a script based upon idea number 1. And it's going to do that. But also what I want, because I said that we would go over certain tools, and these, this workshop is for people that don't want to be on camera. So what I also want is an article that I can take, or a blog post that I can take and put over into Lumen 5, and for them to create a video, right? With the push of a button. I don't want to have to get dressed up and, find a spot in my home or outside and hit record and talk face to camera this week or next week. So I don't want that, but I need some video content. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to ask it to write a 750 word blog post, right? As well. So if you look though, let me show you the script. It did give us a script. It gave us an introduction. It's giving us word by word scripts, right? And it breaks down each technique with a conclusion. And if you wanted, you could get a call to action. So now what we're going to do is, Latoya says, my mind is blown. Yes, ChatGPT is amazing. So now let's prompt it to do something else. Write an article, well, write a 750 word article. Now it's not very specific on word counts. It's hit or miss. So if you want 500 words, you need to go up. If you want 1,000 words, you need to go up. So it can settle in somewhere around what your real goal is. It's not perfect. About idea number 1. Use easy to understand language and make it relatable with a friendly but urgent tone. Now, Cassandra, this would be where you would say, you would have to start to think about what is the tone of your brand, right? Like the tone of my brand is, yes, I'm professional, but I'm also a little funny. I also want to have a good time while we work. So I'm going to keep it serious, but a little light, right? And I want it to be simple and easy to understand. Whatever your tone is, whether it's quirky, whether it's serious, whether it's ultra professional, whatever your tone is, you definitely want to put it into your prompt when you're asking ChatGPT to create content for you, because you don't want it to sound like it's void of personality, right? So I could put add humor where it's appropriate. I'm just going to show you how it will do. Now you may have to kind of tweak it here or there. And then I'm going to actually say, please give it an engaging title with bullet points and a call to action in the conclusion. And I'm going to put it without using the word conclusion, because that's a telltale sign that you have used an AI tool, right? So we don't want that to visit my website to download my ebook meditation for the stressed. Just saying. Let's see what it gives us. So here's the title. So master your mind in 5 minutes, quick meditation techniques for instant stress relief. Is it a great title? It's all right. It would be good for search engine optimization though, because it's very specific, right? People looking for meditation that's quick for stress relief. It answers that question for Google. So that would be good. So if you're looking to rank this video, then I would leave it the way that it is. So as you rewrite it, you can take the word introduction out of it, but it
Mhm.
does break it up to section by sections. It didn't give me the bullet points that I wanted, so I would probably rewrite it, but then it gives me, a conclusion. So I would take the conclusion and introduction words out of it and leave it that. So this is the difference between ChatGPT 3 and ChatGPT 4, which is the paid version. ChatGPT 4 would have never included the word conclusion because I said not to. ChatGPT 3 is a little bit hit or miss. So you got to do some extra work on it, but not too shabby for about 10 minutes worth of work, right? So now what we can do is literally copy
Mhm.
this post, click copy, and now I'm going to go into Lumen 5.
Mm.
Can everybody see my Lumen 5?
Yes.
Perfect. So now I'm going to go into new video in Lumen 5, which Lumen 5 again has a free version if you want to try it out. You pick a template, whatever you want. You can preview them if you want, right? Because we're doing a meditation video, I like one that doesn't really have any people in them. So I'm going to do this one because it reminds me of a calm, serene type vibe, right? So you want to match the topic of your video with the template because that means that's less work for you to do. We're business owners. We don't have time, right, to be doing all the things. So add your written content. If you have a blog already, you can take the URL from your website, from your blog, or wherever your blog is posted, and paste that URL there and import it. It will do that. Or
Oh,
we can just
wow.
turn around and paste, right, our ChatGPT written blog content. So we're going to clean it up just a little bit because we're going to take the quotes out. We're going to take the spaces out. Just so we get a pretty decent video out of this. Give me a second. I'm going to take conclusion out because we didn't want that to begin with. And we're going to hit continue with AI. Are y'all ready to see what happens?
Mhm.
Let's see.
We are.
It'll give us a little bit of. Now, because you're working with AI, things are not instantaneous. At least it's not as fast as it is with ChatGPT and some of the other AI tools. And you will have to do some light editing, right? Because it is not a perfect rendition, but it definitely gets you to a place where it would be faster doing it this way than actually starting from scratch. I should know because I used to do this. I've been in this game for 12 years. It used to take us days to do a 5-minute video, right? From scripting it to editing it and all the things. Chris, yes, wow. So as you can see, it's now pulling it up, right? And it is basically breaking down the video into scenes or segments. So now it's saying, are you ready to convert it to video, right? Because it looks decent. Let's see what they have. And it's going to create a scene. And you see that it has video templates here because because you can literally switch out the scenes or the video. You can change the style, you can change the format, you can even change the music, right? Based on what it gives you. So when I said that's not perfect, it's not perfect. So it wants you to get an opportunity to weigh in on here. But let's just preview it and see. I'm gonna share my sound so you all can see. But you can make all of the changes that you want. So it is loading. You can see that the video the time is changing because we didn't let it finish. So it's taking its time. LaKoya says, OMG, these are some of my favorite videos to watch on YouTube. Yes, I know, right? I have learned something new tonight. Debbie says, a great understanding of AI. LaQuista said, I would have never thought it was this easy to do myself. Yes. Listen, I'm going to be honest. When ChatGPT came out, I was like, oh, Lord, we might be out of a business for sure. But there are still lots of people, lots of companies, right? That just don't want to have to learn this. We spend hours every week learning the latest tools, how to use them, the shortcuts, the prompts to get exactly what we want. It's not just kind of like out the box. But these tools are so sophisticated now, they can do so much that literally what you used to hire someone to do, you can do yourself for free or a fraction of the cost in a matter of hours. And it's good. It's not just junk. Cassandra says, I use AI, but never Lumen 5. I'm excited to expand and use for videos. Yes, Cassandra, it's amazing. And so for my introverted friends out there that don't want to appear on camera, this is a great way to position yourself as an expert with video without having to show your face. Don't get me wrong, you can still create some videos face to camera if you like. I would suggest that you do at least a few so people know that you exist, right? And who you are. But the vast majority of your videos can be, especially like home organizing and things like that, can certainly be these types of videos where you write them from ChatGPT and then you put some personality into it. So let's see if it is ready to preview. Yes. So Cassandra, this was your recommendation for us to do. What do you think? Would you use this video, yay or nay? Like thumbs up, thumbs down.
Yes, yes, I definitely would use the video. It's right on point. Like you said, I do a lot of, I add like yoga movement and I make it funny for when it's like a family collaboration or kids. So I might do the move it, move it, move it. So I never even realized that I can actually give it a little more personality. But yes, I would definitely, it's right on point. It really is.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Awesome. And if you're using something specific, like as long as it's in the archives, you can import, right, audio in here. So for music, you can import audio that you want in here. I think that's a paid version The free audio tracks are for free. You know, so if you just created a paid account, you could import your own audio. Now, this does not have, right, a person talking, but there are AI tools that you can use, such as Pictory, Pictory, Synthesia, that you can add your audio or audio in any accent that you want to this video. If you wanted to have someone reading it, you could do that to elevate it
I
another
was
notch.
waiting for you to say that because I do a lot of audio. So I was wondering if there was some tool that I could actually use. So thank you for that.
Yes, yes, you can do that. And if you wanted to go, you know, it takes a little bit more work, but of course you could um record your own audio, just an MP3 file, take this video, upload it to Canva to edit, and then add the audio track that way as well. You could do that. So it wouldn't be an AI tool. It'd take a little bit more work, just a little bit, but definitely an option. Okay, so we had a couple of other Pictory, Debbie, sure. Pictory is the name of the tool. And then the other one is Synthesia. There you go. Those are AI tools. Not new, new-ish, but not new. They work really well and they're not free. They are paid tools. I should say that. So if you're wanting to do that, that would be, if you are definitely wanting to add your audio recording, then that is going to come from, you might, a Canva would do it if you're looking for a free alternative. So let me go back in the chat and see, because I wanted to do this process for one other person. Home organizing service. So Madeline, there you go. Let's do the same thing with you. Let's see what Canva can give us. Yay. Rose is saying, would you recommend Lumen 5 for video documentary of a medical journey for a foundation? Rose, I would, but not for the full video. I would do that for sneak peeks, right? To share on social media. So before the video, actually, the whole documentary was released, I would use Lumen for just like quick 10 to 15 second behind the scenes video clips to share on Facebook and Instagram to get people excited and sharing, you know, hey, this is coming out, be on the lookout. And if I were you guys, I would actually put it behind, I would have a landing page with like coming soon. Send us your email to let us capture your email address so we can send it to you when it's ready and it's, you know, for public viewing. So I would use Lumen 5 just for those sneak peeks behind the scenes. Does that answer your question? Okay, so let's do home organizing. And I would say we're going to start at the same place. Act as a professional home organizer. Write the top 10 challenges that people face when trying to declutter their home. My English is not correct. And then I'm going to say list the 5 most popular pain points for video and give me a script and title for each. Okay, let's see what it gives us. So now, Madeline, it's saying lack of time, right? I feel like that because I've been trying to declutter my home for the last year.
Definitely.
Emotional attachments, yes, that's me too.
Uh-huh.
The bags that I've already packed are sitting in the garage. Like, I don't know if I let it go. Decision fatigue for sure, procrastination. So it
Yeah.
sounds like these are pretty good.
Yeah, right on point.
Okay. So let's look at the 5 most popular for videos that we could do. I like the first one already, decluttering in 15 minutes a day. I'm like, can anybody do that? Like, really?
Wow.
Is that possible?
Wow.
But I like the title, right?
Yeah.
Tackle the chaos one step at a time. Number 2 is letting go of sentimental clutter, embrace minimalism without losing memories. I like that title too. I feel like there are a lot of people that feel that way. And number 3
Oh,
is
I like the last one.
The last one?
4.
Procrastinator's Guide to Decluttering,
No,
Overcoming the I'll Do It Later syndrome.
I like From Clutter Chaos to Organizational Bliss. That's fabulous.
Okay, creating effective
Wow.
storage solutions. So everybody sees that it's giving us a script outline summary, right? Because I want you to think, how would I record this video on my own before you ask it for a script? You can, let me just take a step back away from video and tell you all what you can do with these lists. You can write an email series, right? As a welcome series for people that join your email list, that download your lead magnet. You could write a whole ebook on this and sell it on Amazon if you really wanted to, right? Now it's going to take you a day or two or a weekend, but you could take this and write an ebook or just give it away on your website in exchange for an email. You could also take this list and ask ChatGPT to divide it up and create 10 Instagram posts, right? That's 2 for the next 5 weeks. So there's a number of different things that you can do when you have this content, but this is a video workshop, so we're going to stay with that. But let's say create a 500 word. So LaQuia says, this is amazing. I know, right? Create a 500 word blog post. Oh, well, we won't even say blog post. We'll say article, right? That is optimized for Google search. Write it. What's your tone, Madeline? Like, what's your brand tone? What's your brand personality? Yes, right, Madeline? It is. Would it say relatable? Because friendly, maybe? Serious? We'll say serious. And we'll say with concise language. That is easy to implement. And step by step. Let's just see what it does. Okay.
I like the concise language because I don't like a bunch of clutter in the words.
Yes, I figured that.
You're awesome. Yeah.
If you're a home organizer, Ray, you're like, no, I don't need the fluff.
Exactly.
Okay, let's see what it gives us. And we'll say use marked up or titles, subtitle, bullet points, and emojis as appropriate. Okay. LaCoya says, will it do grade levels? Like write this on it. Yes, it will, LaCoya. It does that amazingly well. So you can always do it according to grade level, age. You can say concise, you can say expand, you can say explain it to me like I'm a fifth grader. It does that really, really well.
Wow.
So you can see here is the start of the blog post. So again, ChatGPT 3, the free version, will often use introduction and conclusion. I just tell people, if you're using the free version, it's not a big deal. Literally just, take it out.
Yeah.
But let's just say you wanted to add, and I just want to show you all because we're running a little bit ahead of schedule. So I just want to show you all some of the things that you can also do inside of ChatGPT before you take it to Lumen 5 or another tool to create a video. So let's just say we don't like the introduction, right? Let's say that we want to rewrite it. So you could say rephrase the introduction because we're using it for a video. We might use the blog post, yes, but we're really using it for a video. To include a hook that will keep the reader interested, or you see how it's trying to guess, engaged from the start. And we always like stories, right?
Yeah.
So so Madeline, do you have a story that you can give me really quickly that you can summarize?
A story.
Yeah, about a client maybe that thought that they couldn't do it, but you helped them, or they figured out that they could, something like that.
I mean, yeah, just basically that, what you just said. It's like, they just need a little bit of nudging and support from me. Particularly people with kids, like that's always really hard to organize children's stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So we're going to say who a couple who had young elementary school aged.
Oh, create a story. Okay.
We'll say they had 3 young.
So you can be really specific here.
You can be really specific.
Wow.
So I'm just asking it to rephrase the introduction, right?
Yeah.
So let's see what it gives us. So what I like to do, everyone, is I take usually what ChatGPT gives me and puts it, and I put it in a Google document or a Microsoft Word document just so I can keep it. And then I will actually find I'll come back in and reword it. So I'm looking, do you see how it kind of had a little hiccup for a second? So I hit regenerate, and now it's redoing the introduction. So you can see that the very first introduction started off with a question, which there's nothing wrong with that. This one is a little bit more detailed. Imagine a home filled with chaos, toys scattered everywhere, papers piling up on countertops, and the constant search for misplaced items, right?
Mhm.
So what I always love is when someone can see themselves in your content. In this case, it says it was in this overwhelming environment that I met a couple, Mark and Sarah, who desperately sought my help as their professional home organizer. With 3 energetic elementary school age kids, they yearned for a space that brought them peace and tranquility. Not too shabby, right?
I love that.
So let's take our new post here. We're going to copy and paste just like we did last time. Debbie says, ah, amazing. Yes, right? Who knew? And we're going to come back here and we're going to create another video.
Okay.
Now, we can click new video here. Of course, we have to choose a template. And so again, you want to try to choose a template that somewhat comes close to your brand, right? So you don't want to have to do a whole lot of work in terms of changing colors. And, like if your brand is colors are red, black, and white, this may not be the one for you. You may want to choose the one right next to it. But let's go and see if we can find one that I like this because we're talking about clutter and, this one has scenes from a home. So let's just use this one. Now, does everyone see that you have different formats? So if you wanted to use this for TikTok, you could. If you wanted to use this for Instagram, you could. You don't just have to use this for YouTube. You can use a different format, right? To use to create this video. So we're going to create it in a different format because we may want this on Instagram. So again, you can paste the link to an article if you have one from before, if you have one from a blog post. Now, in this case, our emojis are not going to show up, right? Because it's a video. So I just wanted you all to see that you could actually add emojis in here because I like that when you're using it and you want to just copy and paste for an Instagram post or a Facebook post, right? You can. So you could literally just put this on a carousel slide deck and share it to Instagram just by copying step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, and it has emojis built in, right? But nonetheless, let's delete our conclusion because you all know by now that just drives me bonkers. So I'm going to hit continue with AI. And of course, we're having to wait a second. Madeline, yes. Carousel slide decks in Instagram are just as popular now as an Instagram reel, right? There's some, I would say Instagram accounts that are reaching people because they're using great hashtags that are only using carousel slide decks, right? And not video. Now, do I say that you need to have a mix? Yes, you definitely want to vary your content on Instagram if that's one of your social media platforms that you're using on a regular basis to, increase visibility. But you don't have to create Instagram reels day in and day out. You can use your favorite 2 or 3 carousel slide decks in Canva and get visibility that way.
Okay.
So does everybody see that on the side, you can select a script? It doesn't, now the first one is 60 to 100 seconds or a little bit longer based upon our article. But if we are doing vertical video, and vertical video, typically you want it to be shorter, we could do a shorter video, right? And so you can use all of these. Let's click show more. Does everybody see this?
Mhm.
Now, all of a sudden, we've gone from one long video to what?
Oh,
Several shorter videos. Did y'all just see that?
amazing.
So now we're not just creating one video. I mean, that would be cool, right? But as founders, as business owners, I don't know about y'all, but I like to eat and sleep from time to time as well. So if I can do it in a shorter amount of time, yes, LaCoya, this is actually absolutely amazing. I'm going to choose that. So let's just say we want the second video. Let's set clear goals. And oh, it's having some issues. Let's re-click it and see.
Mhm.
And you see now all of a sudden it's pulling from our content because we're using AI.
Wow.
So instead of taking time to create 10 videos, right, that we've had to think of, that we've had to plan, that we've had to go out and shoot, that we had to rearrange our room, that we had to put on makeup and clothes and comb our hair for, instead of doing all the things, right?
Yeah.
We're now, yes, Cassandra, I would definitely see you creating manuals and a checklist, right? Because again, if you're using like, especially if you want to answer frequently asked questions, or let's just say, and I'll get back to these clips because I'm going to click convert to video really quickly. But to Cassandra's point, it's going to take a second. It is very easy if you wanted to create your own avatar, which you can do using free tools, right? And you can walk people through a course, a whole course, and provide checklists and tools and suggestions with your voice and the avatar. I mean, AI has come a long way. We've been using AI for a long time, but there's so many ways that you can use it to create content. Yes, it's helped in tons of ways. So there's so many ways that you can use it to create content to attract your ideal customer to help them, right? Because now you're getting back some of your time, you're becoming more productive, and you're still showing up for the people that need you. Okay. So it looks like the video has some scenes in it, right? And now it's still, it's pulling in an image. The image looks pretty spot on, right? A woman has on gloves. Someone looks like they have a
Mhm.
mop and a broom.
Mhm.
Um, I included the story. It's
Wow.
basically, right, saying what they are doing, and you can change all of these things. So you can add, right? Let's say that you can declutter, that you can clean out in 15 minutes or less. So you're not stuck with what Lumen has decided for you. You can easily add content to it, add text to it. You can easily change the slide, right? So let's just say you want this one after this, where it says celebrate each small win. You can make changes to all of this. You can delete slides. You can say, I don't need this. I don't need this one, right? And then there, instead, you can say visit whatever the name of your website is or business is, right? And then you're done. And so let's preview. Oh, I'm sorry. I did not mean to do that. I was looking at the chat. Yes, LaQuia said this is a whole commercial. Yes, it could be for sure. That is not too shabby, right? And if you wanted to add like your face to camera video to come in at the end, I would probably say do a introduction. You could, where you see uploads, you could certainly do that. If you want to change the current colors, right? And add a palette, you can certainly change the font, you could change the palette easily just by clicking on whatever the palette is, right? Oh, it's available on the starter plan, so you couldn't do it on free. But there's so many things that you can do in Lumen 5 to create this. So Madeline says, absolutely incredible and such a money saver because you can do it yourself. Yes. Cassandra says, I wonder how so many people had such amazing and vibrant ads and videos. Now we know. Nicole says, totally awesome. Yes. So I have pulled back the curtains, right? On how you can create your own video content without paying. Now, I will say we have charged upwards of $5,000 for one video as an agency because it used to be very time consuming and labor intensive. We're going to the customer site, we're setting up cameras, we have the audio boom, like we have all the things, and then you're paying for our time, and then we're editing it on the other end, right? So it's a lot that goes into it when you're hiring a videographer and their team. But if it is content where you're just trying to show your expertise and answer questions for people or give people advice, you can see how long did that take us? Less than 20 minutes. And we could have pulled multiple videos from that one longer video clip that ChatGPT wrote the article for us. And we have 4 other video ideas to create. So you could take an afternoon and get it all done for the month. So now you can be consistent with your online content for social media and search engine optimization. It's 7:29. I have some slides to go over, but like, are we officially like on board with AI and like we could do this, right? We could do this. If y'all are feeling like, yes, heck yes, we can do this. Like what has taken me so long, I can do this. This is amazing. Let me know in the chat by saying, heck yeah, like y'all, like we're good to go. Okay, so let's go back into chat. I'm going to skip a couple of my slides because I want to leave time for questions as well. So let me see. And I see that the chat was lit up while I was getting my slides in. Nicole says, I'm just amazed. Thank you. LaQuia says, yes, right? With a whole bunch of S's. Cassandra says, we are on board. Choo choo. I love it. Yes, the train is leaving the station. Get on board or not. Rose says, yes, ma'am. LaQuia says, this was the best. I was so overwhelmed. Even thinking about all of this. Yes, LaQuia, don't be overwhelmed. Just write the plan. Write the plan. We're about to continue writing the plan. And Chris says, yes, great example of working smarter, not harder. Yes to all of that, right? So you want to be strategic in terms of where you use your video. You don't want to necessarily get in the whole content creation mode without making sure that you are promoting your video content, because you have to create it. That's step one. But step two is you got to promote it. You got to put it out there. You got to put it out into the world. You got to make it consistent, and it becomes a snowball effect, right? So your first video may not do very well. I'm just being honest. Your second or third video may not do very well. But that fifth video, that seventh video, that 10th video can strike gold. Mr. Beast, who is one of the most popular, I would say, he's a multi-millionaire from his YouTube channel, created 100 videos before he had a quote viral hit with thousands of views. 100. Now, we're not trying to, he's in the entertainment niche, right? He's entertaining people. We're not doing that. We're trying to find our 1,000 or 2,000 loyal subscribers that we can make a living from. So if we don't need viral hits, we need base hits with 1,000 views, 2,000 views. We can certainly do that. So you want to publish your video in multiple places. The same video, not different videos, the same video. And the first place that you want to start publishing your videos to is your website, because it helps with search engine optimization. So especially videos that have blog content, you need to put it on a blog page on your website somewhere to help with discoverability and to rank it on Google. The next is you want to create short videos, less than 30 to 45 seconds for your Google My Business listing. If you are a local business owner, whether you are virtual or not, does not matter, because Google My Business gives you an option to hide your address. You definitely want to put that on your listing to help it rank better in the top 3 spots. You for sure want to create a YouTube channel, because YouTube is owned by Google. And then Facebook and TikTok, of course, as you can see, are on the list as well, because that they just have lots of people. That's where video can take off. So what are the video creation strategies for my introverts out there? I will say during the pandemic, I was introverted because I just, I was not trying to put on clothes just for the sake of it, at least not dressy clothes, and or makeup. So I was introverted for sure during that time. But what I want to do is show you a few strategies. The first one is screen recording and tutorials. Now you saw the slideshow, right? And you saw the stock footage, because that's what Lumen uses. Lumen uses stock footage, right? They use video stock footage. That's what the second in the second row, the second point is about. So Shutterstock Pixabay uses video stock footage, but so does Canva, so does Lumen. So you could certainly use that. And I like Lumen because it will pick the stock footage for you. So it's less decision fatigue for you at that case. But if you want to talk over it and you want to show your own screen, like a tutorial or something like that, for sure you can use Loom and walk viewers through your products or your services and how to use them. You can do an animated explainer video using Powtoon or Pictory. Both of those are paid tools. You can use AI voiceovers and create your own avatar and do text to speech. You could do audio only podcasts and have just your audio on there. So there's lots of ways to do that. So let's talk about a case study. FreshBooks, if you all have ever heard of QuickBooks, FreshBooks is the cheaper alternative to QuickBooks. They do a lot of screen capture tutorials. And here's an example of one. So let me go into present mode. Maybe that's the problem.
End of the webinar, I'll come back here so you can see what it looks like. When you have overdue invoices, they'll be in red. Yellow is for outstanding, so sent, owing but not yet overdue, and as well, a parent category.
And you can see that they're pulling this from a webinar, but they have lots of these videos where no one ever shows their face. Like you have no idea. Like you just hear the voice talking, right? So there are opportunities for you to do the same thing, whether it's over slides or whether you're showing, inside of your products or service. You can do that as well. It's super easy to do, right? So what I want to do is show you how many, right? How many how many views you can get on a screen capture video. So I'm going to hop over to YouTube really quickly. And I'm going to show you some of my videos. And I'm going to show you one, how to get listed on TripAdvisor. I think that it still ranks. Now you see all of these videos on how to get listed on TripAdvisor, right? There's one that is 10 months old. It has 11,000 views. It's one that's a year old that has 20,000 views. This one, 1,000. These all have, this one has a very nice thumbnail image. Mine, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 down from the top, does not have a thumbnail image, still ranks on the top page of YouTube. Right, this is my personal account. I put this video on, and it's nothing more than a screen capture video. I never show my face. Ever, as we can see.
Revenue from people visiting your local marketplace. Therefore, let's jump right in. As you can see,
it's one sentence that was
the website,
the description. It has chapters here, yes.
Address bar. I actually am at Trip,
and it's got 481 likes. I actually show you this because it was literally an accident, for sure. It was an accident. But let me show you what happens when you accidentally title it right. Because what is going on, and I'll leave you with this and I'll then open it up for questions, is that Google is going to start integrating video into their search engine results along with Google BART. And so what's going to happen now is that whoever is making video content about these topics, they're going to get the lion's share of views. So you can see that here is YouTube. This is someone's video, right? You can see, and for the longest time, this video wasn't here. But under related searches, if you keep going down, this is my video with my name, right? So what you want to do is you want to start creating video content now in your niche, because whoever has the videos that that audiences, that users are finding helpful, they will get their videos listed on the first page of Google and the first page of YouTube, and then you will have built-in traffic coming to your website. And if people are actively searching for what you provide, do you think a percentage of them will buy from you? Yes. So make it easy and at least get the low hanging fruit, right? Debbie says, I'm a step-by-step visual learner. Where can I find tutorials to learn how to use all the tools you've taught us tonight? Debbie, so I have a YouTube channel where I have tutorials. I don't have tutorials on all of the tools that I've created. I'm in the process of doing that. I would be more than happy to have you come over and be a subscriber to my personal brand YouTube channel where I'm building out. And I invite any of you to come over to my also to my email list, where I am sending out tutorials and prompts that you can use for a lot of AI tools that you can find helpful, that will shortcut these processes for you. So you can see on the screen, that is my email address. Feel free to email me and say, hey, I want for sure to get on your email list because I want to get notified of any products that you offer, as well as any other trainings, and subscribe to your YouTube channel. That's my LinkedIn page and that's my Facebook. So feel free, you all, to connect with me. So feel free to send me an email, follow me on YouTube. You can go read my blog posts because we're doing tutorials like these all the time, and we're doing webinars. Actually, we're taking a break for the summer, and then we'll be back in September with 20 different webinars on all of the stuff. But we have one more. We have one more next Tuesday. So come back and join us. And we are set to go to 8 o'clock. LaQuia, I'm glad that you found it to be awesome. Debbie, I'm glad that you thought it was fantastic. Thank you all for the kind words. But if you all have any questions, feel free to stay and hang out with me for the next 15 minutes or so, and let me know, what questions you have in the chat, or you can come off mute about anything that we've covered, whether it's ChatGPT, whether it's, video marketing or video for introverts, which was the topic of tonight's webinar, and I'll be happy to answer your questions. But I'm going to take a little sip because I've been talking for quite some time. Yes, LaQuia, go ahead.
First of all, Toya, I just want to say this was just absolutely amazing. As I put in the chat, I've just been overwhelmed with the whole chat.
Uh-oh. I lost you, LaQuia.
On so many levels, and lessened a little bit of my stress around doing videos and things of that nature. I was a little late, so I missed the very beginning of your opening, but I was just wondering, what do you do? How do you serve your clients?
Yes. And I didn't give you all an introduction because I usually figure when we're doing series like that, nobody wants to hear about me every single week, right? I don't when I'm sitting in a webinar series. So, but LaQuia, you asked me, so I'll give you the Cliff Notes version. I have a digital marketing agency called Next Generation Digital. And what we do is we focus on social media advertising and search engine optimization, along with content creation, because you need content for both of those things, right? So we create content for our clients, but we also teach you how to create your own content in this type of format. So we do one-on-one work for people that want to accelerate their progress. And we have packages where we do coaching sessions, and it's either 4 weeks, 6 weeks, or 12 weeks, right? Because depending on what you want or need, those are the packages that we created to deliver the best results. But I also have a group membership called the Connection Collective, which is a marketing membership to help small business owners cut through the clutter and get visibility for their brand and products and services. So if you send me an email, LaKoya, I will happily share all of that information with you and the links to where you can find that, right? If you're so interested. And even if you aren't ready to buy, because I'm very hesitant when it comes to my coin, I will say join my email list, which is called Focus. It comes out every single Friday and it gives you tips like these, right? For free. It's an email that I send out. I actually have a little over 1,000 people on that email list that I send that email out, and it keeps you abreast of all of my webinars that I do either for my community and or community college small business centers as well, that I will let you know about if it's open to everyone. So the membership site, the Connection Collective, is $7 a month because I don't want anyone to feel like they can't afford this information. And we just finished, y'all, it was so amazing. We did an AI workshop and we talked about prompts in Chat GPT. It was supposed to be an hour. I think it ended up being 2 hours because everybody was like, I didn't know it could do this. Can it do this, that, and the other? So we're going to redo that as well for sure. And I will say you definitely don't want to miss that as well. If nothing else, if you don't take anything else away from this webinar, please, please, please use your AI and your AI tools, because it's just a lifesaver in terms of the time it can save you and the amount of content that it can create. We're moving into a phase where businesses with content that is usable and helpful are going to bring in the bulk of customers and clients in the next 2 to 3 years, because there's so much content out there that people can get overwhelmed. If you can create just one piece of content that is helpful, right? Then what happens is people are going to be like, okay, yeah, I need to contact him or her or this business. So if you ever listen to Gary Vee, he talks about content, and the AI tools now will allow you to create content, but you definitely do need to know how to use it. Does that answer your question, LaKoya? I took the long way around.
No,
but
it
seems
did. It
like-
did. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And I'll be in touch. Thank you.
Awesome. Any other questions? Any other questions on ChatGPT or Lumen 5 or some of the other tools that we covered tonight? Because there are tons of them, right? Again, if you're interested in working with me directly, I always do a 30-minute one-on-one session that is complimentary, right? So that we can learn what are your goals for marketing your business or service, and as well, what should your priorities be? So if you are interested, again, my email address is on the screen, right? twsmith@nextgenerationmobile.com. We have a variety of services and products that you can get from us, right? We are a team of 4 people. I have a videographer on team. I have a website designer, a graphic designer, and a copywriter all on my team. I don't do this on my own. I couldn't do it on my own. Although with ChatGPT, I might be able to. I'm gonna keep it 100. I think I might be able to, for sure. So feel free to, again, ask me. We have 11 minutes left. Ask me whatever questions you might have. I think we have 11 people still hanging out with us, or I should say 10 people. Nicole asks, which free chat GPT do you like best? Are there different kinds? Nicole, I love chat GPT, but I think I'm just partial because it was the first tool, and I really did a lot of experimentation with ChatGPT. I do have the paid version. I have 4.5. I don't have 3. As you can see, when we were doing, I believe, Madeline's example, not Cassandra. So the second one on home organizing, I'm sorry, was it home organizing? I'm getting it confused. We asked in one of those examples to leave conclusion out, and it did not do it. ChatGPT 4.5 would have never done that. And that's why I go ahead and pay the $20 a month, because I'm getting that return on investment back in my business all the time. So I like ChatGPT, but it also depends on your goals, right? And what you're creating. Google has the competitor called Google Bard, B-A-R-D. It can do a lot. The main difference is if you're using the free version of ChatGPT, ChatGPT 3, it cannot, it cannot access information after 2021. September 2021 is that cutoff time. So the new version, 4.5, and Madeline, you're asking how much is the paid version. It's $20 a month. The new version can, but it needs an extension. Google Bard, right? Actually can access the internet. So if you're looking for something, yes, Madeline, that's very reasonable. If you're looking for something that can access the internet, then yes, you will want to use Google Bard. Another way to use ChatGPT for free, if that's what you're looking for, is using Microsoft Bing, right? So if you're using Bing, you can actually go into chats and you can see, you can say anything, right? So you can ask now inside of chat, you can see it has search and it has chat. Now I was a Google Chrome person for years, for decades. And now I use Bing probably and Microsoft Edge probably more than I use Google Chrome. And that is in large part because I feel like it is, to me, I'm just saying that it's worth not having to cut through the clutter and click on the links. So you can see in this example where it says I need to throw a dinner party for 6 people, right? Who are vegetarian, which I've had that problem before. We didn't know. We were for sure not expecting that. Can you suggest a 3-course menu with a chocolate dessert? Now, if you can see here, when I click see more, look at that. It gives me something. Now, if I don't want this, I can say, let's chat. And it opens a chat window where I can ask and say, I don't like this. Can you recommend other dishes? So I have not gotten into ChatGPT 3 or 4.5. I'm not using Google Bard. This is still in Bing. We're still in Bing. And you see it is generating right now dishes, right? Based upon my response. Now, it does limit you to 30 things in a certain time frame. But now, instead of just saying, okay, I've got to click on all of these links, I've got to look through all of this information, which takes time. It now is narrowing down what I can do, what I can see. And I'm like, okay, well, let me see. I can do, this looks good. Let me click on this. So maybe I want to do a pasta dish. I can now still type, give me 5 vegetarian pasta dishes for consideration. And I'm still in Bing. I haven't left. and it's pulling in information. So now I can find out information a lot quicker. Now understand that Google Bart has not integrated this into Google search just yet. I'm assuming though that if they are trying to compete with Microsoft Bing, because a lot of people are leaving to use this, they will have to do that at some point. So does everybody see that I can now click on the link and it will take me to the recipe on the site, right? That they found for me right here. So I hope that that answers your question, Nicole. Oh, you're very welcome. And one last option, Nicole, for you to use is called Merlin. Merlin is a Google Chrome extension. So if you are a Google Chrome diehard fan and you don't want to leave Google Chrome, you can also use Merlin. That'll allow you to do the same thing that I just showed you inside of Microsoft Bing. Yolanda asks, is there anything out there that creates quick videos using my own images and videos on of my handmade products only with a couple of clicks? So Yolanda, really? When you say only with a couple of clicks, that's the problem that you might have a little bit of trouble with. Excuse me. I will say, and again, Canva, it doesn't solve all the problems, right? But it solves a lot of them. And you can see that I have Canva open now, but let's just say that I'm looking to do a video, right? To show my handmade products. And you could do templates. And so it's not literally, it's not 2 clicks, right? It's going to be a few more than 2, or you could say e-commerce video templates. But it at least gives you a starting point, and then you can upload your own video content. And so depending on what niche it is, let's just say it's skincare, right? You can create this, you can take this template and totally change all of the scenes. And this is just the beginning of the scene, right? So you can literally click duplicate, or you can add another video. You can add your own video under uploads. All you have to do is select uploads and upload your own video. And what it will do is it will keep the text font here and it will add your own videos. So let's just say that we are in here and we're looking, so I can record myself on here, or I could actually look for videos about, what do you make? Do you make soaps or? And I'm thinking of, there are some AI tools actually as well. Madeline, my next class is next Tuesday at 6 o'clock. So if you have videos and images, Yolanda, I'll customize glass drinkware. Okay. So since you have your own videos and images, literally you can upload, you would just go to Canva. Now I do have the premium version, which is $12 a month. I always say if you're working on a budget, you can always get, you get one month for free, 30 days for free. Take advantage of that if you need it. I mean, it's $12. So create all the content you can for the next 2 or 3 months, and then you can take it over to a video editor. I also like opus.ai, O-P-U-S dot, I'm sorry, not .ai, but opus.pro. So once you do a video in Lumen or in Canva or whatever AI tool you're going to use, because there are a ton of them, you can then make it into a TikTok video as well, add music. Or you could use CapCut, which is another tool that I absolutely love. That's amazing and easy to learn. But let's just say, you see, I pulled And I don't know what it's going to give me for customized glass drinkware, but let's see. Let's see. And it's not giving me really what I want. But let's just say you have a video similar to this. You see, we can pull that out. Imagine that you're uploading your video and you pulled it in. Do you see how what we've done is we've replaced the video so we can say, right, show off at your next dinner party. If we wanted to do a video for Instagram, for example, right? And again, it's not a couple of clicks, but it's not really, it won't take you that long. And whatever your website is, if you wanted to add some music, you could. If you wanted to add your brand colors, you could actually upload your palette, your brand color palette into Canva and show off that, because all you would need to do is go to Brand Hub and change your color palette. You see where I'm changing my color palette? There I am. So now it has my color palette in here, which is cool. I can add music to this. I can add my own audio to this. So it makes it a little bit easier. Yolanda, you're welcome. Yes. Yolanda, most people don't use Canva for videos. They feel like it's a graphic image tool. Canva has invested hundreds of millions of dollars to integrate AI to make it easy for you to create videos from. So I would suggest that definitely you should be looking for it for sure, and using Canva for video. It's really easy to use, especially when you start from a template. Debbie asked, how can we view this recording again? Debbie, that would come from Laura. So it's 8:02. I will say Laura's not feeling well. She's feeling a little under the weather. I believe she has strep throat, which is horrible because I've had it before. So she wasn't able to be with us, but the video recording, if it came out, would be sent to everyone who registered and stayed for the duration of our workshop. So duration being until about 7:30-ish. And so that should come via email, Debbie, if you're interested in rewatching this recording. So our next workshop is, again, next Tuesday. You're very welcome. It's next Tuesday at 6 p.m. So go to the website. I'm not going to tell you what we're talking about because I want you to come. So if you found value in today's workshop, let me know in the chat. Also, please be on the lookout for any of the, I believe, the evaluations that Laura will be sending. LaCoya, you're welcome. I appreciate you guys. Cassandra, you're so welcome. Thank you all for engaging with me in the chat and keeping the participation level high. Rose, I'm glad that you found the information valuable. Madeline, I look forward to seeing you next week.